Go away. What's going on, guys? I'm Tom Bodycoat and welcome to the first video of 2020. Happy New Year. In this video we're going to be reviewing the Red Hellions playing cards by Daniel Madison and Ellusionist, so let's just jump straight into it. So first off, I want to talk about something a little bit serious. As many of you would be aware, there have been some devastating bushfires in Australia this summer, and fire season's not actually over yet. Whilst there has been a break in the weather and the firefighters have been able to contain a lot of the fires, some are still burning, and people are able to move back into the affected areas, they're counting the cost of the damage that's been done. And a lot of them have to rebuild from nothing. Many people have started funding campaigns. A lot of people have poured in donations to the charity organisations and to the fire services. And for that, I want to say thank you to every single one of you. It's been a massive help. But there is something I want to bring up that will help in the longer term, and that's tourism. A lot of the places affected by these fires rely quite heavily on tourism. The best example I can think of is Kangaroo Island in South Australia. Kangaroo Island is a beautiful island, and a lot of its economy relies on tourism. Half of that island has been burned by these fires, and a big part of that half is called Flinders Chase National Park. It is a national park. It's dedicated to conserving the natural Australian flora and fauna of that part of the world, and it's just been ravaged by fire. And they're going to need to rebuild. But once they've rebuilt, they're going to need people to come and see it and to experience what that part of the world has to offer. So if you're planning on traveling to Australia, or if you're an Australian and you want to see some parts of this country that you've never seen before, or that you've seen bits of and you want to go back, I suggest that these affected areas should be pretty high up on the list. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit different now from what they were, but they're still beautiful parts of the world. And one of the incredible things about Australian plants and some Australian animals is fire is part of their life. There are lots and lots of plants that actually require fire to help with their germination process. So these parts of the world are going to be beautiful again in a year, in 2 years. Yes, there are some parts of it that will never recover, but that becomes part of the landscape. Where I'm going with this is, once parts of Kangaroo Island or the Blue Mountains or any of the affected areas have rebuilt in the short term, they're going to need to get back to where they were. And that is going to rely on tourism. So if you're traveling, go to these places, see what they have to offer, put some money into their economy. It makes a massive, massive difference. And it allows people to continue their businesses, continue their livelihoods, and to take pride in part of the world that is unique. So if you want to help more, that's how you do it. Thanks guys. Thank you for letting me voice that. It's something I care about a lot. Thanks. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you are new here, and click the little notifications bell so that every time I upload a video, you get notified straight away. Thanks guys, I really appreciate it. Alrighty, Red Hellions playing cards, here we go. First off, having a look at the tuck case. So on the tuck, you've got, instead of the original, which was red with black writing, you have black with red writing. Still got the embossed devil's tail, which is incredible. And taking a look over the tuck case, you still have the embossing on the side. Don't play cards with a devil. And the back design. In this case though, the back design is red, not black. Like the original Hellions, it opens from the bottom, which is very, very cool. You have Madison's logo on the top. Colors reversed. Instead of being black with red highlights, you have red with black highlights. So there is a difference between the originals. And printed on the bottom, you have the Ellusionist playing card company and the red seal, which is different from the original seal on the black ones. Opening it up, and you have red on the inside of the tuck instead of white. Madison's logo emblazoned all over the inside in intricate detail, which is awesome. And if you take the cards out, there is a little secret at the bottom of the tuck case. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to go and buy some yourself to find out exactly what's at the bottom of the tuck case. It's a very nice little surprise. Awesome. Taking a look at the cards themselves. So first off, the back design. The back design is the same as the original Black Hellions, but in this case it is all red. So devils in the corners, Madison's logo, the demonic symbols, for want of a better term, and magic is dead, and as above, so below, written just near the middle. It is an omnidirectional deck. There is no markings, but I mean, you can make your own. And there is so much detail on the back of them that you can just keep staring at this for ages. One of my favorite back designs ever. The next thing to look at is going to be the Ace of Diamonds. Now the Ace of Diamonds is the ornate ace in this deck. It's usually the Ace of Spades, but Madison likes to change it up, and in this case it is the Ace of Diamonds. That's it there. We'll have a closer look. So you have Lucifer, the devil, looking sharp in the middle of it, in his suit and little devil horns and goatee, and all in red with black highlights in the top and the corner in the pips. And don't play cards with the devil, a theme that you see constantly throughout Madison's decks, but this is probably one of my favorite variations on it. The next thing to look at is the Jokers. These are not identical Jokers, two completely different designs, which can limit some of your tricks, but also gives you other options. So good and bad in both cases. The first Joker is the Deed to the Soul, which, making a deal with the devil, you know, the whole theme. Incredible amounts of detail on there, including an entire deed, which is kind of cool. The second Joker is a quill in a pot of ink, but instead of ink you have blood. So red and black, again, that's the only colors you'll find in this deck. But again, so much detail. There is actually a little reveal hidden on the Joker, which you can probably make out. If not, pick some up, have a look yourself. But reveals allow you to do cool little things. Next up, we'll have a look at the court cards. Now the court cards, some are custom faces and some are your standards. Those that are custom, guys like Daniel Madison, King of Diamonds, they have their eyes open. If they are a standard face, the eyes are closed. The sleeping Hellions, which is a really cool theme that you find both in the Black Hellions and the Red Hellions. And it's a very simple thing. Most people don't notice it, but it is actually really cool. And you have so many cool little custom faces thrown in, little shout outs to different people. If you want to find out who these are, jump on the Ellusionist website, it's got the full list. At last check. I could be wrong, they do change things. Next, we'll have a look at the gaff cards. There are 2 gaff cards in this deck. One, if you've picked up the original Hellions, you'll know what it is. I'm not going to go through and describe it. The other one is unique to this deck. In most cases in a Magic deck you will find a double backer, but in this case you have a little variation. Back design on one side, and then on the other side you have the Devil hand. There's an incredible amount of detail on the Devil hand. It is actually Madison's hand, made demonic. And it actually allows not only for something cool in a spread, but there is a couple of tricks that you can actually do, a couple of effects that you can actually do that require this kind of card. And it's such a cool and unique part of this deck. I can't wait to get out and try it on people and watch some reactions. That's it. Red Hellions by Daniel Madison and Ellusionist reviewed. Outstanding deck of playing cards. Strongly suggest you pick some up. I'll put a link in the description of where you can get some. It is an Australian website, but they offer an outstanding service, so jump on there and you will not be sorry for it. That made no sense grammatically, did it? You know what I mean though. Just grab some. I'm too excited about these cards. I will see you on the next video. Until then, peace out. Look after yourselves. Bye.